And welcome to Beerfield Fantasy Football Shots. It is Friday, December 8th, 2017. We are here to talk DFS and whatever today's news was. I am your host at Hot BFF with two P's. I've been taken a little bit by this Guava King or whatever it was we just drank from Four Hands on the podcast, which will drop simultaneously with this episode on Google Play, iTunes, Stitchers, wherever you get them. You can find us at Beerfield FF on Twitter. You can find the podcast, Beerfield Fantasy Football. You can find me at Hot BFF. Let's get into the news. In the news, the Browns have released wide receiver Kenny Britt, who was one of Nick's favorite breakout players that never happened, so he was wrong about that. There's nothing that pleases me more than Nick being wrong, but he's done. He'll hit waivers, be a free agent. Somebody might sign him. I doubt it. Doug Martin's expected to start for Tampa Bay in Week 14. Coach Dirk Cutter has come out and said that he doesn't like players to lose their job because of injuries. Dirk Cutter, hopefully you like losing your job because you're bad at coaching. Tevin Coleman has joined Alvin Kamara in the concussion protocol, both from Thursday night. Both will have 10 days to rest. They should be good to go come the start of the season. You've got Jeremy Maclin, who returned to Ravens practice from a back injury today, and Rashad Jennings has announced his retirement from the NFL. Former Giants running back, Dancing with the Stars champion. Props to you, Rashad Jennings. Your ins this week. So ins, questionables, and outs. Playing for sure. Rashard Matthews, Delaney Walker, Robbie Anderson, all announced as playing. Questionables. Amari Cooper with an ankle. He was present for Friday's practice. It was originally reported that he was not going to play. He asked the training staff to practice. He did practice. He looked good. Now they're hopeful that he will. True game time decision. Check in back here on Sunday for that one. Sterling Shepard, hamstring, is going to play. Greg Olsen is expected to play. Possible limitations. If foot starts to bother him, though, he'll get yanked. Start that with reserve. Devin Funchess with the shoulder is expected to play. Jalen Ramsey should play. He's questionable with a hamstring problem. Matt Stafford and his hand are trending towards playing. Again, be cautious with him, though, because we have seen multiple times that when Stafford's injury, especially near his digits or his hand or whatever, I'm pointing to my hand just in case you guys didn't know what a hand was, he's not been great. You've got Kelvin Benjamin and his knee problems. He's got a good chance to play per Shawnee McDermott. You've got Robert Woods. He's questionable. He's not going to go. They're going to hold him out till Week 15. They're not going to risk it. Guys that for sure aren't playing: Smokey John Brown, Adrian Peterson, Jordan Reed, Vontaze Burfict, Joe Mixon, Dre Kirkpatrick. So Bengals defense beat up. They're not going to have their lead back. And to talk DFS. So, as always, guys that I like at a premium price, guy that I like at a medium price, guy that I like to blow up at a cheap price. Starting with quarterback. Phillip Rivers against Washington. He's going for 6,800. It's a good matchup. Rivers has been on absolute fire. Washington's got beatable cornerbacks. They're beat up pretty much all over the roster. So if you're looking to pay for a quarterback, I wouldn't, but you can start him. Case Keenum at Carolina for 6,100. This is a cheaper play. Actually, it's on the cheaper side of low. You'll see Carolina on DraftKings ranked as 10. It's because of their pass rush. The Vikings, Case Keenum is sacked the least amount of any quarterback in the league, which is going to make the Carolina's secondary susceptible, which is where they are susceptible. So Case Keenum, good start this week at 6,100. Actually, the Vikings matchups are just some of my favorites across the board. And then Tyrod Taylor, 5,100 versus Indianapolis. If he plays, Indy's defense is not good. He can get it done with Zay Jones and Deontay Thompson. It's a real deep cut, but if you can stomach it, he could reward you. At running back, you've got Shady McCoy going against Indy, 7,200. He's a must start. Indy's not good. It doesn't matter which quarterback starts, he'll go, and he's a good play. Lamar Miller against San Francisco, 5,800. He's been over 4 yards a carry in his plus matchups this year. He's gotten 20-plus touches ever since Foreman's been out. Good start there. Samaje Perine against the Chargers, 5,600. I expect him to be more involved in the passing game with that offensive line banged up. Should be able to run. Chargers are the worst defense in the league against the run. And Frank Gore for 3,900 against Buffalo. Gore and Buffalo. Gore's been consistent all year. Buffalo's run defense, though, has not been great here recently, so not a bad start. Wide receiver, Keenan Allen against Washington. Like Rivers, he has also been on a tear. He shouldn't have a problem with either cornerback. He does run a lot out of the slot also, so he shouldn't draw Breland or Norman. Got DeAndre Hopkins versus San Francisco, 8,500. He just gets targeted all over the place, and San Francisco's not got a good pass defense. Yeah, T.Y. Hilton at 5,700, Josh Gordon at 5,500. Hilton's big games have all come against subpar defenses. Tre'Davious White may not go, so keep an eye on that. But T.Y. Hilton, I like him. If you're going to start him any week, this is the week to do it. You've got also Josh Gordon against Green Bay. He should blow up. He's only the second receiver to put up 85 yards on Casey Hayward, which he did last week. So Gordon's a great play. Zay Jones also against Indy. The quarterback's got to throw it to somebody. 4,100. Bad pass defense. Your tight ends, Travis Kelce, he's going for 7,400 against Oakland. He's our consensus one. Cam Brate went for 2 touchdowns, 6 targets, 2 receptions against a really good Green Bay tight end defense. He's going against Detroit for 4,100, who is not nearly as good. They're about middle of the pack. And Steven Anderson against San Francisco for 3,200. This is actually a deep cut that I love. He had 12 targets last week. They're short on passing options. They're definitely short on tight end options because they're all on IR. So he's not a bad start and a great way to save some money to get some higher end players in other places. And your defenses, the Chargers are going up into Washington. They're going for 3,600. Their pass rush is absurd. Washington's line, all hurt. Jets at Denver, 3,300. Simeon, doesn't matter who's starting actually. Simeon, Lynch, Osweiler, whoever. They like to throw picks. Jets, gonna feast on that. Seahawks 3,100 against Jacksonville. This is surprising to me that they're this low. Jacksonville does have the 10th ranked offense, but this is not a good matchup for anybody involved. Seattle's been really good against running backs. Fournette has been not as good since coming back from the ankle injury. Blake Bortles, I don't know that you want to trust him against that pass rush with the way that Jacksonville offensive line's performed. This is a great matchup for them as a whole. Don't know that they'll blow up, but at 3,100, why wouldn't you try? And my lineups this week, I'm running Case Keenum, Lamar Miller, LaShawn McCoy, Keenan Allen, Josh Gordon, T.Y. Hilton, yes, trying to hit a home run, Cameron Brate, Frank Gore, and the Jets. That's all I got for you today. Be sure to tune in next time. Nick will be here for injury news tomorrow. We'll be live on Sunday morning as always. Please, please, please check out the podcast, like and subscribe to the YouTube videos, and we will catch you next time.